Hi Pisces, it's Meg with Padmes and I'm doing your February 2022 energy check. So what we are going to do an analyze tree spread, just checking in on your energy and what's going on with you for February 2022. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Other prominent placements in your chart. We've got Judgment reversed. So maybe some looking back at the past, but I'm going to put that back in and we'll see what's going on here. And I'm going to move this so that you can see the cards, Pisces. There we go. So Pisces, what is going on for you? All right, here we go. For February 2022, Two of Pentacles, the Lovers. We've got the Four of Swords in the past. We've got the Ten of Swords. Four of Pentacles. That's the Six of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We do have the Four of Pentacles here too. What am I talking about? This is the Four of Cups reversed. Here's the Seven of Cups. Temperance reversed. Six of Wands. Here's the Hermit reversed. Here's the Nine of Swords reversed. And the Sun reversed. And the Queen of Wands reversed. So reversals for me are not bad things. And a lot of times reversals in certain cards are good things for me. But just like I said with Judgment reversed, which I do not see here, it just means there's some looking back on the past or some past energy that's being dealt with for some reason in February. So let's take a look, Pisces, and see what we have going on. So first of all, the first thing that I'm noticing is this Two of Pentacles. And this Two of Pentacles is talking about, it's talking about being in two different worlds at the same time, living in two different worlds at the same time, juggling, going back and forth. This can be with a decision. We're going to clarify all this too. This can be with a decision or it can be with a lifestyle. So we'll get to that. Yeah, that feels like it has more to say. So we'll come back. And the heart of the situation, we've got the Lovers. This is also another thing that needs to, it's like a decision that needs to be made in love, but it also is talking about union of some kind. And this union relieves a ton of anxiety. There's some anxiety that was being experienced and it's reversed. So this is one of those good cards that's reversed for me most of the time. And it's the release of anxiety. It's the release of kind of like a nightmarish time. And coming from this place of the Two of Pentacles, going back and forth, it's like a decision seems like it was made. And the decision was a focus. And that focus removed some anxiety. Okay, let's see. Happening now and into the near future. I would say this is another focus card. So here's the Six of Pentacles. And usually that's a lot of generosity. That's maybe giving to two. That's maybe spreading yourself too thin sometimes. But in this case, it's reversed. And again, it's like going into that theme of focus on one thing, no longer juggling and going back and forth. And it looks like it's the beginning of this. Here's the Page of Pentacles. This is the big picture about all of this energy. And it looks like a bridge is being created. A foundation is being created or mended, and all the pentacles are being put back into place to build something. It's like there was a tower moment. A foundation was cracked, the tower fell, and now it's being rebuilt. Your advice is talking about seizing any kind of opportunity that is brought to you. And it already kind of feels like you've done this, but this is for February 2022. Perhaps the energy around February is all about this decision having already been made and then that energy going forward. But I even feel like this has already happened. If it hasn't already happened, it feels like it's going to happen at the beginning of February. But this is taking, instead of overlooking that cup and moving forward, this is taking an opportunity to rebuild. Your higher self is talking about all of these different opportunities. You know, what I'm hearing also is all these different opinions. So you might be getting a lot of opinions, or I usually don't see this card as gossip at all, but it is really coming in strong right now that there are all sorts of people who are giving you their opinions or throwing you their energy about what it is that they're thinking about you or what you're doing or what's going on, which is kind of interesting. And here's the Temperance. You know, if that is throwing you off balance, if there's something throwing you off balance, you've got a lot of people's energy in your space and you need to clean and clear out your space. Let's take a look at that advice for cleaning and clearing out your space. You are the Empress. Stand in your power. Stand in your own power. I feel like there is just a need to look at your auric bubble and mend any holes or any tears or rips or anything in your auric field, and do it with your intention. Just see it, visualize it. If there's anything open, sew it back up. Just close up all of that porous stuff going on in your field. You are the Empress. And so this is talking about getting into the energy of the Empress. This is abundance. This is complete knowingness of your worth. So that's the advice for anybody else's energy in your space. Just get rid of it. Hold your space energetically with your intention. So something to release. I love it. Here's past betrayal, past hurt, past being stabbed in the back. And this is also a past cycle. And this is in the position to absolutely just release it. Let it go. I have resistance to complete, oh, what I'm hearing is a complete authority, but I have resistance to complete victory. I have resistance to being put on a pedestal. I have resistance to getting all this attention. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying, because that seems like a pretty big thing. I have resistance to being put on a pedestal. I have resistance to all of this victory. What is going on here, Pisces? What is going on with your higher self and your angels and guides saying you need to step into your Empress? Lady, gentleman. As soon as I say that, the King of Cups shows. So no gender in tarot, just energy. So what's going on with this? The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're like, I'm waiting. I'm not ready for it yet. I feel like this big shift of energy needs to settle in a little bit, and you need to get comfortable in your skin somehow before you kind of open up to just being you and not worrying about anybody else's energy in your space. It kind of reminds me of something that I heard about, I heard Joe Rogan talking about not reading anything that people write about him, and it frees him up to say whatever he wants to say. And that is coming in right now around this. It's like, move everybody else's energy out of your space and be your Empress, be who you are. And if you need to hold on a second so that you can see things from a different perspective, jump back into your own energy, go ahead and take it. But yeah, it's like, your opinion of me is none of my business kind of thing. That's what it's feeling like. Okay, let's look at past, present, future, and then I will start to really clarify the rest of this. So in the past, we've got the Four of Swords. This looks like some kind of hibernation was happening in the past, right? And even in the present, it looks like you're just slowly emerging. This is like halfway illumination, halfway emerging. And here's the Queen of Wands reversed. She's trying to figure out where to wield her energy. So this is asleep. This is, you know, recuperation, taking a break. And then this is coming out halfway, trying to figure out how you want to, where you want to put your energy. And here's the Hermit reversed. The Hermit reversed for me is absolutely cleaning and clearing everyone else's energy out of your space so that you can make decisions and move forward. There's a lot of spirituality going on here too, because this Hanged Man is talking about seeing things from a different perspective, but this is a different spiritual connection with your higher self. and how that channels in to your personality self. And this Hermit is definitely a spiritual card, going within to seek answers and to connect with universal wisdom from within. So there's a lot of energy happening here, a lot of energy shifting happening here. Been talking a lot about Ascension symptoms lately, and that's what it's feeling like. Ascension symptoms. It feels like there's a huge thing going on where you have to release the past, release past energy, release past maybe even endeavors, projects, in order to go forward into the future. What I'm feeling like is somebody doesn't know exactly what it is that they're going forward on into the future. If you had some kind of focus, you'd be able to move forward and let some things go, but you're like, I'm still trying to figure out where to put that energy. I don't know where it goes yet, so I'm kind of on hold. So yeah, let's see what's going on. This is focusing on something, making a decision to focus on something instead of going back and forth and maybe spreading yourself too thin, right? So you're focused on you. It's just like you don't know what to focus through you. Slowly building. Okay, Pisces. Let's look at this Two of Pentacles. Right. This is the Eight of Swords. It's reversed. So this is looking at something completely differently than you did in the past. It's reworking your stories, the stories that we tell ourselves, or the false beliefs or beliefs that were true in the past. They're no longer true in present time environment. So this is you looking at things completely differently. It's kind of an evolved way of looking at situations. And what's going on with this Lovers card? Here's the Ten of Wands. And here's that Nine of Swords reversed. This is like something was so incredibly burdensome. Tell me more about that. Something that was so incredibly burdensome you've walked through, you've graduated from it somehow. You've walked through a portal, you've walked through a threshold, and something has shifted within this relationship. Tell me about this Nine of Swords. Here's the King of Cups. It looks like even someone has come in. This can be your energy, and this can be self-love energy, how you've shown your self-love. But I feel like for, more of what I feel like this is an actual person coming in. This King of Cups is the in-love king. It's an action-oriented person showing you love. And it looks like there was a decision that was made and you chose this person who is showing you love. Let's take a look at this Empress, taking the opportunity in your advice, taking the opportunity and standing in your Empress, standing in this abundance energy, standing in this complete acceptance of self energy. Yeah, here's that Ten of Swords that you're releasing. You're healing. You're releasing all the swords that were stuck. They're just falling out one by one. And you're choosing that. You're letting that go, letting that happen. Here's the Hierophant reversed. This is the need for higher self-connection, the need to follow your own rules, but the need for higher self-connection. The more you connect with your higher self, the more you're going to release the past, the more you're actually going to see other people as they are in their process and not take it personally. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, here's the Moon. Everybody's in their own process and everybody's projecting onto other people what's going on within them, whether they realize it or not. And when you take things personally, it kind of just defeats the purpose. You're reflecting back to others. This is the Moon reflecting back to you. These are the hidden things. These are also, Pisces, I know you're so sensitive and it's a blessing. But it's time to recognize that you're pulling in other people's, I feel like, feelings of defeat or feelings of competition or feelings of not being good enough. And that's why your Empress came in. It's like, wait, what? Step right back into that self-acceptance, complete self-acceptance. It's almost like you're pulling in other people's energy. It might not even be directed at you. Could be, some of it maybe, but some of it's not. And you're just pulling it in somehow. So drop it back out. This is hidden stuff that people don't necessarily talk about that you're pulling into your field. So just let it go. and you can release it. But if you're feeling an imbalance or you're feeling weird energy, just know that you have to balance yourself back out. And it is totally a feasible thing to do. Look at that. Here's the 9 of Cups. The best way to get back into your own personal energy is to do things that you love. It is to be present with you in present time. Be present. Do something that you love. Drink something that you love, like this, your favorite tea, your favorite coffee, whatever. Do things that you love for you, and you get right back into your Empress really fast. Listen to music that you love. Read something that you love that is just you. And that gets you right back into your own energy. Let's look at this Page of Pentacles, this building, this rebuilding, this offer, and this offer that you've accepted. You have accepted this mission to rebuild. And here's the 2 of Swords. This feels like it's been after quite some time. Like there's been some time where you're like, I'm not ready to make this decision yet. I don't have all the information to make the decision yet. And when I do, I will make it. And it seems like it's been kind of a long time coming before you actually really accepted this offer. But it feels like you've accepted the offer. If you haven't, your advice is to accept the offer. Again, I feel like some of you, this has happened already. And then some of you, it's going to happen at the beginning of February. So let's take a look at this 6 of Pentacles reversed here. Not spreading yourself so thin, focusing your energy, not giving all of your energy away. And here's the Magician reversed. So this is also talking about not manifesting things that you're not ready to manifest. Like, don't feel forced to manifest when you don't know exactly what it is that you want. And I say that because of this Queen of Wands up here that's reversed. She's trying to figure out where she wants to wield her energy. So we're constantly manifesting. Recognize that when you don't focus, you're still manifesting and you're still bringing things to you. And that can very well help you to manifest the things that you want, because you might be bringing things to you and you're like, wait a second, that's not exactly what I asked for. But if you're not clear on what you're asking for, then you're going to get whatever it is that you're pulling in. So focusing your energy, focusing on, I'm going to get another clarifier for this. I want to know more about this. What tools are you not using? It's like, I'm not using all the tools that I have in order to manifest. And here's this Knight of Wands. Okay, here it is. It's focus. This Knight of Wands energy is like in and out, in and out. So this is focus. I'm not using complete focus. And that's what this is. It's like, I'm not going back and forth. I'm not spreading myself too thin anymore. This change is happening and it's shifting, happening now and into the near future. There's the focus. The focus is coming. Tell me more about the focus. What is the focus? What is the focus? All right, here's the focus. It's your 10 of Pentacles. This could be very much work-oriented, or it could have a lot to do with home, family, building a legacy. These are all the resources, time, energy, effort, love, money, information, education. That's what you're focusing on. Information, education, work, stability, foundation, home. Let's take a look at this releasing of all of this past stuff. You know, I also feel like this isn't just from betrayal from other people. Well, I mean, ultimately it is, but this is trauma. This is releasing a whole bunch of trauma that you've carried around for a while. And here's the Ace of Wands. I feel like it's very possible that the trauma that you've endured, that you are releasing, you're figuring out how to do that. And a lot of that has to do with your new focus. If this is a new focus in work, a lot of that has to do with this new focus. Okay. Which is really interesting. It's like teaching people through your own experience. I've experienced this, and now I'm talking about this with others. Okay. Or I'm letting this out into the world somehow. Let's take a look at this. Here's the Empress again. I feel like this past card, this 4 of Swords, going into kind of some recovery or incubation, That's what this is too for me. This Two of Swords is incubation until you know when you're ready to come out. And here you are coming back out as your Empress again. You're doing this rejuicing in order to come out your full self, fully self-aware. Tell me about this kind of half illumination that's going on here. And here's the King of Swords. So, I mean, yeah, this is the King of Swords. This is about getting clear. You're getting clear with everything, which totally makes sense because here's that Queen of Wands that I've been wanting to get to for a while now. So this is the clarity. I'm slowly illuminating things. I think as to not overwhelm yourself. Don't put too much on yourself before you're ready. But what's up with this Queen of Wands? The Five of Swords. It's like you don't want to make any mistakes or you don't want to do the wrong thing. You don't want to lose something that you already have, even though I feel like the thing that you're afraid of losing is the very thing that you need to release. Getting clear, moving forward, dropping the things in the past and moving on. Let's take a look at this Hermit reversed, getting rid of other people's energy out of your space. I'm hearing somebody say not recognizing the truth. And here's the Seven of Wands. The truth is you need to stand up for what you believe in. The truth is here's self-care. It's defensiveness. It can be, but it's really standing up for your truth. I feel like a lot of this has to do with identifying what is your truth. What is your truth? What is your purpose? How are you feeling about that? Here's the Two of Pentacles. That's funny. The very first card, going back and forth, thinking of things differently. What is your truth? You're like, that's the very thing that I'm figuring out. Is my truth the past or is my truth the future? Is my truth present time? Give me some more information about that. It's like who I am, who I was, my past brought me to who I am right now. Okay. And here's the Seven of Pentacles. And now, you know what, Pisces, what it really feels like is you're going through, like, I don't want to say, I even feel like I've said this, it's some kind of huge transformation. This is the Seven of Pentacles reversed is like completely switching channels. And when I say switching channels, I mean energetic channels. It's like I was going down this path, I was nurturing this path, and I am completely planting something else right now. I'm completely going down a different path than I was before. And this is you choosing the path. Yeah, there's a complete death of a cycle and there's a complete rebirth into the next phase. I even want to say into the next phase of your life. Let's take a look at energy that you don't see coming. Let's look at energy you don't see coming this month, Pisces. Change. So it's like you're expecting change, but the kind of change that's coming, you might not be expecting. Community. I feel like you might even be part of a completely different community than you were before. Pathway. Talk about choosing your path. Choose the path that's lit. Ask your angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light to light that path for you so that you can see it. And so you can choose the path that is lit. Here's the family room. Here's a comfortable place, safe place for you to be. You're going to recognize this because it is going to feel cozy. It is not going to feel competitive. It's going to feel cozy. It's not going to feel like everybody else is in your energy. It's going to feel safe and contained and autonomous, and other people are holding their space in a sacred way, but also in a responsible way. People aren't trying to rush you with all the stuff that you heal for them. Let's take a look at your moonology, Pisces. And we've got a new romantic cycle begins, new moon. We've got a time to give rather than take, another new moon. And nothing will come of this situation. Void of course, moon. I feel like this nothing will come of this situation. I feel like this more has to do with the past. It's like it's time to move forward and move on. Dwelling on the past isn't going to, it's going to create more stagnant energy. And you're going to feel that. You're going to recognize that. You're going to know if this is the past energy that is stagnant, because it's going to feel that way, versus the new energy that's brand new, that you're working toward, that you're stepping through that threshold. It's going to feel different. It's almost going to feel like the breeze is hitting you as you walk through the door. That's what it's going to feel like. Okay, Pisces, that's what I have for you for February. I'll be back with an energy check and your romance love stitch in a couple of days. Bye, Pisces.